You were everyone's right hand. 14 bosses, 14 identities. You answered to 6 different names. Your own name started feeling like a stranger's. The virtual assistant gig was supposed to be freedom, work from anywhere, set your own hours, be your own boss. The LinkedIn post made it sound like a dream. The reality felt more like a fracture. Client 1 wanted emails signed, "Best regards, Jennifer," professional, polished, always available. Client 2 needed "warmly, Jess," casual, friendly, never pushy. Client 3 demanded "respectfully, Miss Carter," formal, distant, efficient. You were all of them. Simultaneously, your keyboard became a confession booth for personalities that weren't yours. The first month, you kept a spreadsheet. Client names, tone preferences, sign-off styles. You thought organization would save you. You were wrong. By month 3, you stopped needing the spreadsheet. Your brain had become the database. Jennifer woke up at 6 a.m. Jess started at noon. Miss Carter never slept. The calendar app showed 14 different colors, 14 overlapping schedules, 14 versions of productivity. You were the only thing they had in common. The voice started changing first. Client calls required different people. Jennifer spoke in complete sentences. Jess used contractions. Miss Carter never said, You practiced in the mirror. Switching faces, switching tones, switching selves. The reflection started looking confused about which one was real. Your partner noticed it at dinner. You answered to Jennifer when they called your actual name. You laughed it off. They didn't laugh back. The sleep schedule collapsed next. 14 time zones, 14 definitions of urgent, 14 reasons you couldn't rest. 3 a.m. wasn't late anymore. It was just client 7's morning. 11 p.m. wasn't bedtime. It was client 12's lunch break. You stopped sleeping in full cycles. You started sleeping in client intervals. 20 minutes between meetings. 40 minutes before the next deadline. Sleep became something you scheduled around other people's identities. The grocery store cashier asked for your name once. You froze. Jennifer? Jess? Miss Carter? The name on your driver's license looked wrong. Foreign, like it belonged to someone you used to know. Client 8 wanted you bubbly. Client 3 wanted you monotone. Client 11 wanted you assertive. You were all of it, none of it. The spaces between identities got smaller. Your therapist called it compartmentalization, healthy boundaries, professional code switching. Your body called it something else. It called it disappearing. The handwriting changed. 14 signatures, 14 fonts in your notes. You tried to journal once. You couldn't remember which voice to use. The page stayed blank. Your friends stopped inviting you out. Not because you said no, because they couldn't predict which version of you would show up. The one who was tired, the one who was wired, the one who checked email through dinner. Client 14 was the breaking point. They wanted someone authentic, real, genuine. You stared at the onboarding form. The question was simple. Tell us about yourself. You couldn't answer. Not because you didn't want to, because you genuinely didn't know anymore. The panic attack happened during a client call. Client 5. No, client 9. You couldn't remember. You couldn't remember which voice to use, which personality fit, which version of not you they needed. Your mouth opened. Nothing came out. The Zoom screen showed your face. You didn't recognize it. The ER doctor asked your name. You gave them 3 different answers. They asked which one was real. You started crying. Not because you were sad, because you genuinely didn't know. The diagnosis took 6 weeks. Multiple client identity disorder, not multiple personality disorder. Worse, you didn't develop new personalities. You erased your original one. The neurologist showed you the brain scans. The sections responsible for self-recognition, dimmed, fractured, reorganized around external identities instead of internal ones. Your brain had optimized itself, deleted the unnecessary file. You, the original you. The one that existed before Jennifer and Jess and Miss Carter and 11 others. The treatment protocol was simple. Quit all clients. Cold turkey. Rebuild singular identity. Relearn your own name. They made it sound easy. It wasn't. You tried to quit. The inbox filled with 14 different emergencies. 14 people who needed you. 14 identities having simultaneous crises. You relapsed in 4 days. Not because you wanted to, because being nobody felt worse than being everybody else. The condition is permanent now. The neurologist confirmed it. You can manage it, you can't reverse it. Your sense of self restructured itself. You are a mirror, reflective, empty, efficient. You still work as a virtual assistant, 12 clients now. You had to let 2 go, not for your health, because your brain couldn't store more than 12 distinct identities without system crashes. Your legal name is still on your driver's license. You haven't heard anyone say it in 11 months. It doesn't hurt anymore. You can't miss what you can't remember being. The therapist calls it adaptation, the survival instinct, the body doing what it must. You call it something simpler. You call it the cost of being everyone's right hand. Multiple client identity disorder is in the DSM now, under proposed conditions, awaiting formal recognition. The case studies cite you, patient 0, the one who answered to 6 names and forgot the 7th. Your own name isn't gone. It's just filed away, archived, somewhere behind Jennifer's professionalism and Jess's warmth and Miss Carter's efficiency. Still there, technically. Just not accessible anymore. The brain prioritized what paid. You stopped being profitable to yourself. Now you're just 14 profitable pieces. They're still collecting data. They're still hiring virtual assistants.